And this, once it happens, then you get all the blessings of physical health, emotional well-being. Many mad people have been cured by this, and also of mental enhancement, that you start seeing things as they are. Because you enter into the realm, as soon as the Kundalini crosses over this point, you enter into the realm where there is no thought. You are aware, but you become thoughtless. In thoughtlessness only, you can see things much more clearly. Because supposing you see a particular scene, and there is a thought in between, then you start thinking how much it must have cost, from where it must have cost, and you cannot enjoy that scene directly. But if there is no thought, like a rippleless lake, the whole joy of that creation is reflected in it, and you start enjoying it. But it only happens if the Kundalini has crossed up to this point. But when it pierces through this, you start feeling the cool breeze in the hand flowing. Now all these centers are reflected on our fingers here. All these centers, like from here, you can say first one is here, and then the second, and then the third, and then the fourth, fifth, and sixth, and this is the seventh. All these 7 centers are reflected on our fingers and hands, on this one and this one. And after that, you can start feeling yourself and others on these fingers to begin with. Later on, as you grow in it and mature in it, then you start feeling them within yourself. For example, this starts moving from, say, this center, which is below the Kundalini, and this does not take any play or any role in the awakening of the Kundalini, except that it informs that there is somebody who knows the job. Now this Kundalini rises without any harm, without any trouble, in a very straightforward manner. Now there are books, you might have read, some of you, that Kundalini rising is the most hazardous thing. It creates lots of problems. People start jumping like frogs and all sorts of things. But here I am before you. I must have given Kundalini awakening to thousands of people in India and abroad, but I have not seen even one person this thing happening. This happens to people who do not know the job. Because supposing you do not know what is electricity, you will always get a shock. And then you will say the electricity means shock. If you do not know how to maneuver the power, and if you are not authorized to do it, if you do something unauthorized, you are going to fall into problem. This is what happens, and that's why there is such a lot of writing against Kundalini. People say Kundalini should not risen. After all, this is the germinating power within us. It's like a primule, it's the ankura within us, which has to sprout to make us living and enlightened.
There are many I know who get realization, don't meditate. And their style is different. Their nature is different. Meditation is such a soothing thing, such a beautiful way of connection with the divine, that all your problems get solved in that meditative mood. If you are not meditating, you are not following meditation, then maybe your light will go down. It won't give sufficient light. It's important, very important, to find out about yourself, about others, in the meditation. How to do meditation? Many people ask me. Don't do anything. To just go into thoughtless awareness. Try to go to the thoughtless awareness. If you can get into that condition of thoughtless awareness, you've done your job. Because that's the point where you are with the truth, with the reality, with the joy, with everything that is so fundamental. When you meditate, try not to make some sort of a function out of it. No. Meditation is something silencing yourself, silencing your thoughts, and going to that deep ocean which is within you itself. But supposing you don't do that, if you don't meditate, I can make out immediately those who are meditating and those who are not. It's not difficult for me. Those who do not meditate are always hesitating. They are confused. They can't understand. And that's why meditation is the most important thing in search. Just like a light burns with the electricity flowing in it, you can say, or by because of the candles. In the same way, meditation is a continuous availability of the divine force. That will reduce all your apprehensions. Not only that, but takes out all the negative thoughts. It takes out all the discouraging things. And when you are meditating like that, thoughtless awareness, then you will be amazed how you are helped from within and without. It's a terrible power that works, this thoughtless awareness. So those who do not meditate cannot go very much far with the advantage of sadhana. One should try to meditate and go up to the point of thoughtless awareness.
After self-realization, what happens? It's very interesting. After self-realization, you go beyond both these things, consciousness and awareness. Because you go beyond thought. You have gone beyond thought means what? Anger, all kinds of ideas, all kinds of aggression, everything is maneuvered or worked through your mind. So if your mind is lost, what will you do? There's no mind anymore. You exist with reality. So there is no mind to communicate. We call it thoughtlessly aware. Means what? We have conquered all our enemies by giving up one enemy, that was our mind. There's no mind to suggest. There's no mind to tell you. So once there is no mind, you are lost. Now it is being said that you ask a question to yourself, who am I? As soon as you ask this question, you become thoughtless, so you get lost. You cannot answer this question. Otherwise you might say, I am a woman, I am this, I am that, I am a bishop, or I am a pope, I am this, I am that. But once you are a realized soul, who will tell you who you are? Because the one which tells you is the mind which doesn't exist. No thought. Means you get dissolved into yourself. This is what is reality. But you are aware also. Now, that's another point.
you ask yourself a question, you are not there. But you are aware. If your navi is catching, you immediately know, my navi is catching, I have got liver. Don't have to ask questions. Or somebody standing near you, left Swadhisthana, oh my God, is this one. If somebody is very angry and hot-tempered, immediately you feel such heat from that person. So, oh Baba, run away from this man. So this is a new realm you have entered into, reality, which you are never aware before. Now supposing there's a very bad man standing near you. He might be a thief, he might be a murderer, anything. You will not be even conscious of it, leave alone aware, normally. But once you are a realized soul, you become aware of the whole. That is reality. What are the problems? In the collective, you become aware of the collective. You become aware of the problems of the whole world. Now, this awareness is very different. The first awareness, as I told you, is like this, that if somebody tells you you are this and this, you become aware of it. In this, nobody has to tell you. It's just there. You are there, you know what it is. And this is what you have achieved in these modern times, which is the blessing of the modern times also, that we know now who we are. You always say, we are the pure spirit. Yesterday also I heard it. Are you sure? What makes you believe that? That you are the pure spirit. I mean, you haven't seen your spirit, have you? You haven't seen yourself, what you are. Then how do you say you are the pure spirit? It's just you are saying something because I say so. But you are the pure spirit because whatever is the description of the pure spirit is given, that it is aware of the divine power. It is aware of the divine power. And that is how you are the pure spirit. Because only through pure spirit as your personality, you can be aware of this all-pervading power.